little bit more than a bit of everything headed our way on Sunday. Let's talk about that next weather system. So here's how this one's going to be playing out. So this is a developing system right now that's currently in Manitoba, but it's going to be making its way quickly across both Ontario as well as Quebec and headed straight towards the Maritime region. Now, as it moves into the Maritimes on Sunday, it's mostly New Brunswick that's going to end up on the northern side of this weather system. So that's where colder air is likely to remain more in place, with moisture wrapping around that low into that colder air, and that of course is a recipe for snow, and that's showing up here through the blues. It's actually possible that many parts of New Brunswick start off as some snow with this weather system, including Fredericton, which could pick up amounts anywhere between trace up to around 5 centimeters before the turnover to rain takes place. Now, it is going to be mostly rain for Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, and even the rain snow line will push further north into New Brunswick throughout the day on Sunday. So the accumulation for New Brunswick looks most likely in the morning hours, and especially for the northwestern corner of that province. That's where some of the blues get shaded in a little bit darker here. That's a potential, I would say, of a general 5 to 15 centimeters snowfall, and it's going to be one of these snows where the amount that accumulates varies greatly depending on elevation. Lower elevations might see as little as a few centimeters. Higher elevations, though, that's where you get into the higher chances of seeing some snowfall amounts that could be several centimeters or more, maybe getting up into that 10 to 15 centimeter range. And of course, keep in mind as well, it doesn't take that much snow on the roads to create slick surfaces. This is one of the reasons why Environment Canada has a special weather statement out for that northwestern corner of New Brunswick. They're advising travelers through that part of the Maritimes Sunday into Sunday afternoon. Give yourself time and space. There may be some winter driving conditions. Taking a look at our timeline for the shorter term, talking about tonight into tomorrow, you can see the chance of some flurries and showers off the Gulf of St. Lawrence continuing for Prince Edward Island, north shore of Nova Scotia tonight, and locations in Cape Breton, and that lasts through the day on Saturday. Other parts of the Maritimes on Saturday, mostly looking at a mix of sun and cloud. Now, winds are going to remain out of the northwest for both Friday night and for Saturday. The wind speed comes down just a little bit for tomorrow, but still breezy. There'll be sustained winds 10 to 20 kilometers per hour with gusts between 20 and 40. That northwest wind helping to keep the colder air in place. And it is going to be colder for November night tonight. Low temperatures in New Brunswick falling into a range around -3 to -7. Prince Edward Island tonight with a lot of low temperatures down towards or a degree or two below the freezing mark, and a lot of lows for Nova Scotia tonight between -4 and 0. Some locations in Cape Breton with some lows between 0 and 3 degrees. High temperatures of 0 to 3 in the north of New Brunswick for tomorrow. And central and southern parts of the province, it's going to be a chilly afternoon with highs between 1 and 4 degrees, especially with that breezy northwest wind. And for Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, high temperatures between 1 and 4 degrees. In the east of Nova Scotia, high temperatures will be in the low single digits as well. That is below seasonable for this far into November. Northern and central areas of Nova Scotia, highs around 1 for Amherst, Truro, 2 at Enfield, and 3 for Halifax, 2 tomorrow for Lunenburg. In the Annapolis Valley tomorrow, high temperatures 1 at Kentville and Middleton, 2 at Digby, and on the south shore of Nova Scotia, the high temperatures between 1 and 3 degrees. In the 7-day outlook, so we talked about that mix of snow and rain coming in for New Brunswick on Sunday. In behind it, that chilly air moves back into place, so it's a chance of flurries on Monday. Mix of sun and cloud Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, but looking quite cool or chilly all the way through. For Nova Scotia in the forecast, it's mostly rain on Sunday. Temperatures getting a bump up because of a changeover to a southerly wind. But in behind it, the chilly air returns, and it's a chance of flurries on Monday. Cloudy periods on Tuesday of next week. A mix of sun and cloud on Wednesday. Looking sunny and chilly on Thursday. And a mix of sun and cloud next Friday. For Prince Edward Island, the forecast, we have rain on Sunday, followed by a chance of flurries on Monday as the high temperature will be closer to 4 degrees. Cloudy periods with a high of 3 on Tuesday. A mix of sun and cloud follows for Wednesday, but next Thursday is looking a little bit sunnier.